Now I request Dr. Vinod Kumar, our chief guest, to bless our chapter. Dr. Vinod Kumar, please.
Well, at the outset, I would first like to express my grateful thanks to the organizers of Rssdi DC 19th annual meeting. Coming myself from Delhi itself, I am very overjoyed the amount of work which has been done by Delhi chapter over the last so many years. We have already become adults. It was in 2005 that the chapter was established. And I am also very happy when our guest of honor, Dr. Rakesh Sai, narrated the continuing progress of the national body of Rssdi. So this is a matter of great pride and joy for each one of us. As far as Delhi chapter is concerned, I may mention here that there are many physicians who are giving care to diabetic patients in this mega city. And the mention that I am trying to make is that Delhi, being the smallest state in the country, barring the union territories, it has a very large number of diabetic patients, a huge diabetic population in this city. The population of Delhi is over 3 crores. And while I may mention that you are catering to a population which, when compared to the all India average, has a better literacy rate, has a better life expectancy, and has a better, Delhi walas have a better self-perception of their own health compared to all India average. But at the same time, I do realize and recognize your hard work and the amount of labor that you are putting in for the diabetic patients at large, particularly because Delhi happens to be the 5th largest city as far as the number of diabetes, as far as the percentage of diabetic patients are concerned. So you have a big task at your hand. And apart from a large population, there is a great density of population in Delhi. So I think there is a lot of work which you have been doing as far as diabetes scenario in the city of Delhi is concerned, and also the cities around which are coming under NCT. That is the first point. The second point I would like to make, that in view of this scenario, how much a doctor can devote time for a diabetic patient when the patient comes to his clinic. Patients of diabetes have a lot to tell you. You have a lot to check his medicine, whether he is compliant to diabetes, to diet, whether he is compliant to medicine. That all you have to check within a short span of time that you have at your disposal. And also you sometimes have to listen to his success stories. I remember having seen many years back one patient, or I think more than one patient, they said that we had very high triglycerides and we were taking all the precautions about the diet, but the triglyceride is not coming down. And then he said, I just stopped dairy products. And after stopping dairy products, within 3 months, without any extra treatment, the triglyceride came down. Whether he was lactose intolerant also, I can't say. But these are the stories which will only get uncovered when you listen to a patient. And you have no time to listen. You are already all so busy. So I think one of the things that one could say, that try to listen to the patient and make sure that he is compliant. If he is compliant, his diabetes is likely to be better controlled. And Dr. Rajesh Kesari is working on the compliance issues in a very beautiful manner. That is the second point. The third point I would like to say, that as we all know, that 90% of type 2 diabetes is related to obesity and lifestyle. That is well known, it's a reality. And 5% of the remaining type 2 diabetes is everything else. What is this everything else? This could be genetics. I think over the years, because of the changing lifestyles, we are tending to forget the importance of genetics. Genetics is also important. The diabetes is passing from one generation to another. And I think the genetics also determine the severity of diabetes that they are passing on to the next generation. severer to the complications, the diabetes coming in the next generation. So that is also an area to be worked upon. And then in addition to genetics, I think what has happened during last 20, 30, 40 years, we are all exposed to stress. Stress, what role has stress has in the pathogen of diabetes is being worked upon. And I'm glad today when these mementos were being distributed, Gautam Buddha's statue is there on the memento. So that is a indication of its importance of stress. And today in Delhi, if you go to many offices, you find over the counter a big picture of Gautam Buddha is there. So I think stress is there, and there are efforts for people to calm down. Then I think endocrine disruptors, people are drinking fluids and beverages from the metal containers, they are eating tinned foods, they are taking prepared foods, cooked foods from the plastic containers, they are bringing fragrant soaps and perfumes to their homes. All these have endocrine disruptors, and they might also be contributing to the causation of diabetes. And of course, there are many other factors. There is no need to go into the detail. But I would say that as a part of listening to the patient, we may also like to take a few moments to dispel the myths about diabetes to the people who are coming to us. There are some common myths. Many people, especially the elderly people, they think that type 2 diabetes is a very mild disease, but it is not. In every case, it's not a mild disease. In middle-aged people, it may not be a mild disease. So this myth has to be spelled. Then I have seen many patients, once they come and within 3-4 months when their blood sugar comes down to normal, they stop taking medicine. So you have to tell them, this is a lifelong disease, you cannot stop, you just have to keep it controlled by the medicine which has been prescribed. Third myth is that some people think that they can take artificial sweeteners ad libitum. But artificial sweetener, of course, it is saving you from sugar, but still the calories and saturated fats are going in the body, which is also harmful. And more artificial sweetener means it is likely to become laxative for people. So that is the third thing that has to be told to the patient, that it is a myth, you have to be careful. And fourth, a very important, in view of the Facebook and WhatsApp and all social media platforms, so many myths are being spread and disseminated that we can cure your diabetes by Ayurveda, by alternative medicine and all that. And big institutions have come forward to claim this. I was recently near Rishikesh and visited in a very big institution, spread acres and acres, and that institution is also claiming that we can cure diabetes, even cure type 1 diabetes. This myth you have to dispel as the patient comes. So these are my suggestions for all the doctors sitting here. And with that, I once again thank you so much for inviting me, and I'm happy to be a part of your function. Thank you very much.